Hello guys, in today's video we are going to create a reactive forms in the latest version of Angular, so stay with me and see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, in front of me and maybe you if you download this project from the GitHub link that is added to the description of this video. So open that link and go to the GitHub and download this project that actually has both two projects inside of it. So the first project is actually starter project that you're gonna see in this video here, and the second one is actually complete version of this project. So I suggest you to download the first and actually the starter project and to continue watching this video. Okay, here I have an application that is actually just generated by ng-CLI and added the cars component that I'm gonna show you. And then if you go here like in the terminal and run ngs, and I'll add --o, that is actually a flag to open automatically in the default browser after building the application. So we can see here premium car shop that I created for us and a list of 9 cars here. So these are cars just like with some basic information like I will build the price, etc, etc. And all the data is coming actually from the this constants file here, that is our data set for cars. So you're gonna see the images here are going from Unsplash. So they are free stock photos, but if sometimes in the future, maybe someday, these images don't work and the URLs are broken, then you'll be able to find and replace the images or add anything you want, like your own images here. So stop talking about the constants and the cars here. Now we're gonna create a component here. I'm going to open a new terminal here and typing ng generate g, actually component as C, and we're gonna call this component cars filter. Okay, hit enter and it will magically generate a component for us here. So we have a cars filter that is actually nothing but the cars filter works default value from Angular. Yeah. So going to app component here, you're gonna see this filter div here. If I haven't mentioned, I added the bootstrap actually to this project. So you can find it here on the 35 line of code and also on the 39th line of code here. So to be able to use this, please type npm I and hit enter in your terminal, then install the dependencies for this bootstrap here. And then you'll be able to run ngs as I did in the past. Okay, here, and we have to add this cars filter component here. Okay, car here, app component, and import cars filter component. Hit enter and it is going to import that component here, sorry. Now hit save and go to app component itself here. Now we're gonna add app cars filter and just add self-closing tag here. And now when we go back to our browser here, we're gonna see this cars filter works here. As I don't like this text right here, I'm gonna add just into that app cars filter component. I'm gonna add cars filter. Maybe remove everything, page 3, like some of subtitles, and add cars filter. Hit save, go back. Now we can see the cars filter here. Okay, after doing that, we're going to create an input field for this component. So first option to create first option to create a reactive form here. Actually, we're gonna create a reactive form control actually. So as we have a make for this car, we're gonna call it make, and we're going to say equals new form control and add an empty string here. Sorry, like this. Hit save. Okay, and now go back to the cars filter component here into that cars filter, and just input text prop input with type text, and just self-close it. And now hit save, and we go back here. We can see this here. If we inspect this and go here to console, and first of all, I have to show you something. We have warnings here, and just don't look at them, because this is because of the ng source for the images that I added, but they have to be like with the proper aspect ratio and so on and so on. So this is not a part of this video, so I'm just avoid this by clicking here and exclude the warnings here. So don't bother with them, but you can add your own and manage to add the proper aspect ratio images if you like to. So back to the input field here. So we can see this input field, and there is nothing like this, and we don't see anything here. So go back and say the following. So add square brackets and add form control and say equals make, the one that we added. And now, yes, Angular is complaining because the form control, it's not known properly of input. And why is that happening actually, you know? Here in the imports, we have the import reactive forms module. And if we hit save, now reactive form control is still complaining. Just a second, this should be an issue at first. Okay, form control, yeah, sorry, my bad, it should be like this, form control. Okay, but anyway, if you don't add this, like let me demonstrate. If you don't add this, it is gonna complain here. So you anyway have to add reactive forms module. So hitting save, and now it works. So when we go back to this cars filter, we can see it still, and we can still see there is nothing in the terminal here in the actually console. And going back here, what is actually happening? If we add some default value here, we're gonna prove that this is actually working. So let's say Honda. We can see that input field is actually getting the value from the default value here. So going back here, we're gonna create some kind of submit here and say okay on submit. On submit, actually maybe to add it as a function, or maybe to do something better. No, we just add on submit like this and call it like this, and then say okay on submit console. Our friend log something for us that is actually input field value. Okay, and add comma and say okay this make value. Okay, hit save, and also add a button that is actually saying submit, and we can also add click event here and say on submit here. So we're gonna call this method here and submit our data. So maybe just to add class buttons, as we have this bootstrap, let's use it. So why not? Okay, coming back here, we can see our green submit button. Once we click it, we can see input field value here says Honda. Okay, if we add something else, we can see our new input value here. So this is the way like to add just a single form control actually here. So that's just one way. You can add simply single form control, sorry, and then you can submit that value or do whatever you want. So we can add another method on reset and say the following. Okay, now we want to reset this value. So to reset this value, we're gonna do the following. Okay, this make set value Okay, set value, and now we can set it just to empty string, and also we're gonna add another button here. I'll just copy this. Okay. On reset and say reset. Okay, it should be danger. Okay, to have some meaning. Okay, Honda, reset. We have nothing. Submit. There's nothing here. If we add something better, well, okay, we can see that text here. Okay, now reset and go back here. So this is it for the single form control value here. So if you like this way, you can use just this, and that's also fine. But what is a better approach? A better approach is going to be to create a form group, actually. So the group contains all the data we need there. So let's use it like that. I'll say here, maybe call it filter, cars filter, equals, and say new form group, and group. And actually here, we're going to add an object. And into that object, we're going to add like this. Okay, make. And say new on control. And say again, under. Now, Now I'm going to comment out this one here. And then, of course, we're going to have issues here. But we're going to comment out this. And then we have no issues. Yeah. Okay. And here, it is not going to be like just like this. So I'm going to comment out this and add actually 4. Yes, we have to add a form here as we are adding a form group. And we can say form group. And the name for the form group is going to be cars filter here. So we're going to add a cars filter here. And now, then this, and then this. Just like say it like form control. Form control name should stay the same as before, make. So hit save here and hit save here, but we want to fix this as well. So I'm going to input field value, input form group value, or just without input. Okay, form group value, sorry. Form group value is going to be this cars filter value now. But now we have like, we're going to get an object here instead of this. So hitting save and going back to the to our car shop application, yeah. And when we hit submit, we're gonna get the object here, as you can see. So it is going to say, okay, make Honda. If we add something else, like something else, and it's enter, we're gonna get the make something else. So, okay, this is something else. Now, resetting value is not gonna work as this. So what we have to do to reset the value? So on the reset, we have to do the following. This cars filter value, but now value, and we have to say set value, but actually filter set value. Okay, and set value should be like make empty. Okay, so now we have to create the same object as we have like here to be able to reset it. So for example, if we had another thing like year here, we can add some 2000. Okay, then now we're not going to reset the value here if we don't add year, because it's complaining, of course, the same object has to be there, sorry. year, and then we can say, okay, it's 1900, and add this. And the issue, I have a string here, which should be like a number. Okay, hit save, and then go back to our filter, and we can click enter, or actually submit here, and we can see that we have a make Honda and the year 2000. And this is another way to add inputs here. But the third way, and in my case, in my opinion, the best way is going to be like we did here. So as you can see here, if we have a cars filter as is, we have to add a new form group, and into that new form group we have to add make and everything, and every time we have to say a new form control that is actually, in my opinion, I don't like this. I don't like to repeat the things if they can go easier. So I'll just do it as this, and also I'll comment out these lines so they don't complain. Okay, and now we're gonna add something called, okay, maybe here again, cars filter. That is actually form group. Okay, and this doesn't matter. Let it complain. Okay, then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a constructor here. Constructor, which is going to have a private FB, because we are going to use, yes, maybe you know, form builder. Okay, form builder, and we have to hit control dot to okay, and no, this is going to add it. So add it like this, and when we added this, we're gonna say this. Yes, we added this, and we have to say this. Okay, cars filter, and equals this FB as a form builder group. Yes, create a group for us, and into that group we're gonna add what? Make, and that make is gonna be just like, it's gonna have we have to add an array here. It's gonna have just default value if we like to, for example, Honda again. Okay, hit save, and now when we come back here, everything stays as is. But when we go back to our application, we can see on submit that nothing's happening actually, because we have commented out this here. Then we can use the same values here, and also we can use the same values here. Okay, now with submit we can see make Honda again. So reset, there's nothing, but just find the year. Yes, that's the issue, because I added year without initializing. And also we could add the validations here as well. So validators required. So you cannot submit this if you don't add like something here. So I'll just add the year as well to not complain, or maybe easier, just remove it from here. Yeah, why adding when we can remove? Okay, submit, and to disable this we can say, okay, disabled form group, yeah, cars filter invalid, but card filters invalid when that group, that is, yeah, when reset we cannot click anything, can add something, we can see okay, and now we can see that this actually works. So this is one part of it. And also if you want to check the following things, I'm gonna add here to this form, I'm gonna add another fields here. So we're gonna add some drop downs with the data as well, and we're gonna add more details there. So okay, here cars filter component. So I'm gonna add more input fields here. So that is gonna be like model year, model the same thing, default year, here maybe number, to add nothing, for example. Okay, and so on and so on. And then I'll just add some, okay, year, mileage. Okay, I'll just copy some data that I already created for this, and I'll just rename it. Okay. It was like this. Okay, so I've added some validators, everything like years, but in case of this, because I will add a drop down here, we won't need this, but just now, if it's like input text field, you can add validators. So validate minimum and validate maximum. In case this is a year, then we can get new date and get full year here. So let's save this, and also reset shouldn't be able to do something here. And also we have to create to change the typings as I did it as this in the past one, but I'll just say okay, make like this, and then I'll actually copy paste the whole form here just to save our time and your as well. So if you like this, you can just sorry, you can just copy paste it and do whatever you want with this form. Okay, and just to change the name, cars filter. Okay, and also as first I'll add just an input field for this. Sorry if you cannot follow, I hope you can. So year is gonna be just like this, and year. Okay, I'll hit save and then go back to our, okay, we can see this has everything inside of this. So year, and if we just remove the year, we can see this. If we add 0, it is still not working because we added that validation that has to be like 1900 or see, yeah, it has to be 1900 or more, and then we are able to submit. So when we click submit here, we can see everything like available color blue, fuel make, and so on and so on. So we can see the checkbox also working here, and we have default values from there. So if you remove anything, you'll get it. And now what we have to do here, because I'll show you just one more thing that is not just related to this, but I want to add here years, and so we can show in the drop down years values. So to add years values, I'll use a function to generate years, and yes, call it generate years. Open this like that, and now we can say const current year equals to new date. So this is new date, and get full year. Get full year, and that's it. That is current year. And now we can just add a for loop for let year equals current year. Okay, current year, and year equals or is more than 1900, and we can just count down. We're doing this because we want to add add years in the reverse. So going from the top to the bottom. So this years, as it is going to be, yeah, I forgot to add. We have to add the years here. Actually, just years. And this years here is going to be a number array of numbers actually, and for now it is going to be empty. And here we are going to years push year. Okay, and this is going to fill our array of data here. But to be able to have this, we have to go and call this method here. So, or actually function. This generate years, and in the constructor, when it constructs everything here, it is going to generate years for us here. So hit save, and now we have to go back here, and we can comment this, and we can also uncomment this here. So go back to our page, and then now we can see here, and if we click, we can see that it automatically selected the pre-filled data there, but we can click on any of these years and hit submit. Then we can see the year is showing, sorry, where it is? Yeah, here, as a string for now. Okay, so that's it. Maybe we could just add some, like, if you like this template here, actually, then we could add just like some styling to it, or whatever you like. But this is it for now when it comes to this filter. So just let me add something here. Okay, and I'll just add the content here because I like it. Okay, this looks should be a bit better. I don't see any change here for now, but doesn't matter. I'll fix in the meantime and add it to this GitHub completed part. Okay, this is it when it comes to reactive forms. Maybe in the next videos, also for sure in the next videos, I'll add properties to the URL. So actually routing properties there. So I'm going to use the same template here to get the data for the filtering. So when you click submit, then we'll add a path, properties to the path, and the URL to the URL actually, and then get that and filter this one here. Also, one of the following videos is going to cover custom validators for the reactive form. So if that's something interesting to you, please stay with me, follow, subscribe actually, and not miss that videos as well. Once more, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.